Good morning, welcome to Lower Body Tuesday. Okay, let's find ourselves a space and get started on this morning session. So we're going to start by just warming up. Okay, he says. Okay, so jogging gently on the spot. Morning, Magat.
Good morning.
Hopefully having a good week this week.
Yeah, so far so good.
Excellent. Okay, there's some star jumps, some jumping jacks. We're back into jogging on the spot. Okay, we're going to end up doing 5 exercises today, all specifically working our lower body. So we're going to look at our quads, our hamstrings, our glutes, and our calves. So the first one we're going to do is some stiff leg deadlifts. We just need some weight. I'm going to use these just as a bit of resistance to really start to work our hamstrings in these stiff leg deadlifts. So get ourselves feet shoulder width apart, keep our shoulder blades together so we can keep that nice straight back. You might want to have a slight bend in your knees. We're going to hinge at the hips and lower our body weight down. We should feel that stretch going down the backs of our hamstrings. Once we've got as far as we can, we're then going to squeeze and bring ourselves back up to standing. So if you look at that from the side, I say keep your shoulders nicely back, keep that back nice and straight, hinge at the hips, all the way down as far as you can, and squeeze, bring yourself back up. As you get to the top, squeeze your glutes so you engage your hips and bring them forwards. From there, we're going to do some goblet squats. So bring the weights up to our chest, so nice and high. Keep our chest high throughout as well as we're doing this. And we're going to bend at the knees and the hips by pushing our backside backwards, bring our weight down. And once we've got ourselves down to the bottom, arms pretty much touching our knees, we're going to squeeze our quads to drive the floor away. Again, looking at that from the side, all the way down into that squat position, squeeze, bring ourselves back up. Same as with the stiff leg deadlifts, squeeze your glutes at the end to engage those hips. Once we've done those two, we can pop the weights down as we move into step ups, or you can use them with weights if you want. So same set of movements. So we're going to squeeze with our quads to drive our foot through the step. As we get to the top, engage our hips by squeezing our glutes to stop. And then slowly just control that descent back down. After we've completed that, we're going to grab hold of our weights again and go into sumo squats. So wide stance squats. So feet double shoulder width apart. Keep your weight high in your chest, keep your chest high. Same as what we were doing with the goblet squats earlier. Push your backside backwards. So drop your weight down. Get your arms so they're almost touching your elbows. And squeeze your quads to drive the floor away. On the side. Then same motion all the way down. Just bring yourself back up. Squeeze your glutes to re-engage your hips and to stop you. And our final exercise, and you can do this with or without the weights again, is the calf raises. So we're going to use our step, standing on the edge. So we've just got our toes and kind of pad of our foot on the step, and the heel of our foot is hanging over the edge. We're again going to drop the heel down to feel a big stretch down the back of our calves, and squeeze our calves to drive ourselves to the end. The key thing here, that big deep stretch in our calves and the squeezing of them to drive ourselves upwards. Everything okay?
Yes, just two things. I'm gonna skip the step ups and do small lunges, and I'm going to grab my small bench for the calf raises.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan. I will fill in the gap quite nicely at this point in time. So just to remind everybody, we're going to do stiff leg deadlifts, specifically targeting stretching our hamstrings. Going to do goblet squats and targeting our quads. And again, that little bit at the end where we squeeze our glutes to really engage our hips at the end. Step ups, again, targeting quads. Sumo squats, again, quads again. And then calf raises, kind of change that focus into our calves. Okay, so let's make a start with stiff leg deadlifts. So go hold your weight. Feet just over shoulder width apart. Legs roughly parallel. Keeping that shoulders backward, pinned backwards so you've got that nice straight back. I'll start the stiff leg deadlifts in 3, 2. Oh, hang on 1 second. Got to do something. He says, come on. Otherwise, this thing's going to be buzzing and popping and whizzing at me all day. 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. From there, bring our weights up to our chest as we go into goblet squats. So dropping our weight down and propelling ourselves by squeezing our quads. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm going to move into step ups. I'm just going to take this sweatshirt off. Let's get a bit warm in here. And again, 10 step ups. Really feel it in those quads. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, move from there into our sumo squats, our wide stance squats. So feet double shoulder width apart, weights back on your chest. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm popping the weights down as we move into our calf raises. So again, heels hanging over the edge of our step. Really get that deep stretch in. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. Put the timer on. There we are.
flying to Ely tomorrow or today?
No, that's next week. This week I'm down in
Next week.
London. Yeah, everything's getting
So
busy
you're off to
again.
London. Okay.
Yeah, so I've got a meeting in London today. Well, in Maidenhead, just outside London, and then I've got 4 days holding a workshop. So yeah, it's gonna be all good fun.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next week, so I get back home on Saturday night, and then I'm at home for Sunday, Monday, and then fly out to Ely on Tuesday.
Hey.
Yeah, all
Good.
busy. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And you're in Ely for a couple of days, yeah? Or the whole week?
For a week, yeah. So we fly back out on the 11th.
Okay.
So the following Monday, and we land on the 12th, which is the Tuesday. And you've got four days of sculpting. So yeah, it's going to be good. They're going to give us a 3 meter by 3 meter block to do. So it's going to be a fairly easy one. When we did it in Karuna, which was a similar size block, I think we had the whole thing done in about 3 days. So fingers crossed we have enough time to get it done and make it do it nicely. Speaking of doing things,
is set number 2.
exactly. Ah, love it. We can do that one exceedingly nicely. Okay, feet shoulder width apart. Weights just hanging in front of us, keeping our backs nice and straight. Really concentrate on that feeling we have in our hamstrings. Really feel them stretch and then squeeze to bring us back up. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, bring the weights up to our chest. Let's go into goblet squats. So keeping our feet still, shoulder width apart. Or just over shoulder width apart. Again, switching our focus into our quads. So really feel those quads squeeze as we drive the floor away, and really feel the deep stretch as you drop the weight down. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there into step ups. Same feeling in our quads. So again, really utilize them to push into the step. Or with yourself, with those lunges, again, feel them stretch on the way down on your lunge and squeeze on the way up to really propel you. I will start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Moving back into sumo squats. So feet double shoulder width apart. Our weights back on our chest. Again, really feeling it in our quads. As we drop down, feel the stretch. As we push back up again, feel the squeeze. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And from there, we're going to transition into our calf raises. Okay, switching our focus now back into our calves. So really feel them stretch as you drive your heels down. And then really squeeze them as much as you can to send your body up. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. Time on. What's that say? Ah, sure. I hadn't noticed that before. No. It's amazing how when something's in your focus and something's in your mind, it can really kind of you see it more often. A bit like, for example, when you go buy a new car and you think nobody else has got a red car on the road, and all of a sudden you start seeing all those red cars.
Yeah.
So,
You think that the world is planted of red cars.
exactly, yes. And I just noticed on we're flying into Shannon Airport when we go do Karen Tool later in the month, later in February, sorry. Anyway, I hadn't really thought about it, and I just noticed on the medal it says Shannon Lee Warren on
Oh,
there.
okay.
I hadn't noticed it before, but then it was like,
Okay.
oh, okay, quite
Crazy.
interesting.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. What we are going to notice though is set number 3.
That's 3.
Definitely. So we get ourselves back into position. Grab and hold of our weights again as we go back into our stiff leg deadlifts. This time, just focusing more on the speed, the tempo. So nice and slow on the way down. Use that gravity to allow yourself to stretch. And as fast as you can, squeeze those hamstrings, pull yourself back upright. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. From there, bring the weights up onto our chest as we move into goblet squats. Timing wise, the same. Slow on the way down. Give yourself time to really stretch out those quads. And then fast and powerful on the way up. Really drive that floor away. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm moving from there into our step ups or into lunges. So if you're doing step ups, just keep that nice rhythm. If you're doing the lunges, again, slightly slower on the way down, feel that stretch, and faster on the way up, feel that squeeze. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Okay. Going back to our wide stance squats. So feet double shoulder width apart. Weights back on our chest. Let's move back into sumo squats. Slow on the way down. Again, feel that stretch. Fast on the way up. Feel the squeeze. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now move into our calf raises. Again, feet just on the edge. Really feel that deep kind of push down as you kind of stretch those calves out. So take your time, doesn't need to be rushed, and then fast on the way up. Feel that power. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. I'll pop the timer on. We're doing good for time. Yeah. Oh. Have you got a busy day today?
Yeah, I'm starting getting interested into AI in the classroom.
Fabulous.
So I start a bit of a training and trying some new things. Hopefully to be able to use it in at some point in the classroom next year.
Oh, there's so many useful things for it.
Yeah.
One of the things, as you know, Dom does a lot of the digital marketing for our business, and he's not a programmer. It's not one of his key skills, but he's found actually he's been able to use ChatGPT to help him do that. So I keep helping him a little bit because that is my background, but actually he does really well because again he can give it prompts, tell it what he wants to do. He worked out how to form the phrases, etc., to ask the right questions, and it's been a really good tool for him. So I can imagine it's going to be a blessing in the classroom for many things, for the learning part, and also probably a bit of a pain when it comes to looking at any work that they've created, I guess, because you can have to work out whether it was them creating it or how much of it's being created by AI.
Actually, that's the thing. That's why I'm getting interested into it, because some of the kids they do use it already, but they don't know how to use it. So they end up with so perfect text that you see the kid how he performs in class. You say, no, there's no way you could write this.
That's right. Yeah. Love it. And how did the podcast go the other day?
I did not meet with the lady that day, so I'll be meeting Thursday. And we're starting on Mondays. Is it Mondays the 9th or the 11th? No, Monday the 10th.
Yeah, brilliant. That's the day I'm flying back. You have to tell me about it next week not next week, the week after when I'm back.
When you're back, yeah, sure.
Yeah, brilliant. No, sounds exciting. Speaking of exciting things to do,
Set number
four. Oh, so predictable, aren't we?
No, it's good. Yeah.
It is, it
It's
is.
a transition. It's not predictable.
This is true. Okay, so straight back into our stiff leg deadlift. So remember, keep our back nice and straight. This time was to challenge ourselves. See if we can just get that a little bit closer to the ground than we did before. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And from there, bring the weights onto our chest as we go into goblet squats. Again, challenge yourself, just see if you can get a little bit close to the ground, but still bring it all together. Great form, great feeling connection with your quads, great speed. Fast on the way up, slow on the way down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and from there, onto our block, or our step, as we go into step ups or into lunges. So same as both of them, bring it all together. Great form, great speed and connection. On the step ups, going to go that a little bit quicker. On the lunges, just keep that kind of good rhythm going through. So slow on the way down, fast on the way up. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Okay. Stepping out, double shoulder with our feet. We're going to wide stance squats. Weights high on our chest. Bring it all together. Slow on the way down, fast on the way up. Feel that connection with your quads. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. On to our last and final exercise of this morning session, into our calf raises. So again, moving our focus back into our calves, slow and a deep stretch on the way down, fast and a great big squeeze on the way up. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, grab yourself a drink, and that's the end of another lower body session. So have an absolutely super week. Enjoy learning more about AI. If you learn anything
Thank
new
you.
and exciting, you have to let us all know, definitely.
Sure.
And yeah, so lots of recordings available for the rest of the week if you want to continue training. We're back on Monday for a 1 day only before I fly out to Ely. So it'll be great to see you there. And if I don't, have a super fortnight. But hopefully we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
All right,
Have
take
a
care.
good day.